Welcome to the Daily Absurdities.
Let's get started.
All right, folks, picture this. I'm sprinting through my living room, dodging a rogue Roomba like it's a tiny assassin drone, all because my smartwatch thinks I haven't closed my rings today. Welcome to the circus of modern life, where a gadget on my wrist is judging my existence harder than my mom at a family reunion. Hey there, you beautiful weirdos. It's Samira Andes, your guide through the glorious mess of everyday absurdities, coming at you with another solo episode of What the Hell is Happening to Us? Buckle up, because we're diving headfirst into the ridiculousness of daily life. Those little moments that make you laugh, cry, or just stare into the void wondering why we're all playing this bizarre game of adulting. So, grab your coffee, your kombucha, or whatever you're sipping to survive, and let's unpack the madness together. You ever notice how we're all just pawns in the metrics of madness? I mean, let's talk about these smartwatches, right? These little tyrants strapped to our wrists, tracking every step, every heartbeat, every time you blink too slowly. I got one of these things last year, thinking, oh, cool, it'll help me get fit, stay organized, maybe even make me a better human. Spoiler alert, it's just a tiny robot therapist that's constantly disappointed in me. Like, I'll be sitting at my desk, grinding through emails, solving problems, being a damn hero of productivity, and this thing vibrates like, hey lazy, you haven't moved in 45 minutes. Stand up and do a lap around your couch. Excuse me, watch, I'm working here. I'm using my brain. You know, that organ that doesn't get activity points for keeping me employed. But oh, if I fidget in my chair like I'm auditioning for a TikTok dance, suddenly it's like, whoa, Samira, you're crushing it. 200 active minutes. What is this, a participation trophy for existing? And don't get me started on the sleep tracking. Oh my God, this thing is like a narcoleptic narc, just snitching on my REM cycles. Last week, it told me I got 4 hours and 12 minutes of sleep, with 37 minutes of deep sleep. Deep sleep? What does that even mean? Was I solving quantum physics in my dreams? Or was I just drooling extra hard? And then it gives you that little graph like it's grading your unconsciousness. Here's your sleep score, 62 out of 100. Better luck next time, loser. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was supposed to train for sleeping. Should I be doing wind sprints before bed? Maybe some yoga poses to optimize my snoring? It's like, hey, watch. You try sleeping through my neighbor's 2 a.m. karaoke session and see how you score. You know what's wild, though? How these metrics mess with your head. Like, I caught myself the other day trying to game my step count. I'm pacing in circles around my kitchen, holding a sandwich, just to hit 10,000 steps before dinner. My dog's looking at me like, lady, you good? You're walking like you're in a hostage negotiation with yourself. And I'm like, don't judge me, Rufus. I'm closing my rings. But here's the kicker. I'm not even healthier for it. I'm just stressed out because I didn't hit some arbitrary number invented by a tech bro in Silicon Valley who probably hasn't seen sunlight since 2017. It's like we've turned life into a video game, but instead of collecting coins or fighting dragons, we're chasing active minutes and calorie burns. Where's my gold star for surviving a Zoom meeting with my boss while my cat walks across my keyboard? That's the real cardio. Speaking of cardio, let's pivot to another daily absurdity. The grocery store. Oh man, the grocery store is like a dystopian theme park for adults. You walk in, and it's all bright lights and cheerful music, but underneath it's pure chaos. You ever try to pick out a cereal? There's like 47 varieties of Cinnamon Crunch whatever, and they all claim to be heart-healthy or packed with fiber. Meanwhile, I'm standing there reading the box like it's a legal contract, trying to figure out if whole grain means this won't taste like cardboard. And don't even get me started on the self-checkout. I'm over there scanning my avocados, and the machine's yelling at me, unexpected item in bagging area. Unexpected? It's a tomato, Karen, not a live grenade. I'm just trying to buy ingredients for a salad, not defuse a bomb. But the real absurdity is how we've gamified grocery shopping too. You got loyalty cards, apps, coupons. Suddenly I'm playing Price is Right just to buy milk. My grocery store app keeps sending me notifications like, Samira, you're 200 points away from a free bag of frozen shrimp. First of all, why am I collecting points for shrimp? What am I, a pirate? And second, who's eating enough shrimp to earn rewards? I'm not out here throwing shrimp parties every weekend. But you know what? I fall for it. I'm in the store buying stuff I don't need just to hit that point threshold. Last week, I bought a jar of artisanal pickles. $1.12 pickles, people, because I was close to a reward. I don't even like pickles. They're just sitting in my fridge, mocking me like, enjoy your reward, you overpaying idiot. Oh, hang on, I'm getting a fake email from a listener here. Let's see. Dear Samira, love the show. My smartwatch told me I burned 300 calories while arguing with my roommate about dishes. Should I count that as a workout? Oh, hell yeah, listener. That's a full-body workout. Emotional cardio. Baby, you're out there lifting grudges and squatting resentment. That's worth at least 500 calories. Send me your Venmo. I'll send you a gold star. No, but seriously, isn't it wild how we're all out here trying to quantify every moment of our lives? Like, we're so obsessed with numbers, steps, calories, likes on Instagram that we forget how to just live. I had a friend tell me she felt unproductive because her watch said she only got 7,000 steps. Unproductive? Girl, you raised 2 kids, paid your bills, and didn't punch your coworker Steve when he stole your lunch. That's a damn Olympic marathon in my book. All right, let's slide into another absurdity, the cult of productivity apps. You ever download one of those apps that's supposed to organize your life? Like Todoist or Notion or whatever the hot new thing is. I got suckered into one of these last month, thinking, this is it, Samira. This app is going to make you a machine. You're going to be checking off tasks like a Navy SEAL. Cut to me spending 3 hours color-coding my to-do list instead of actually doing anything. I'm out here making subcategories for laundry like it's a PhD dissertation. Wash towels, dry towels, fold towels. Contemplate the existential dread of folding fitted sheets. And the app's like, great job. You completed 1% of your daily goals. Gee, thanks, app. I feel like a champion. But the worst part? These apps gamify your life too. They give you little badges for task streaks or weekly wins. I got a notification the other day that said, congrats, Samira. You've completed 10 tasks this week. 10 tasks? That's like, I took out the trash and remembered to water my plant before it became a cactus. Where's my badge for not screaming when my Wi-Fi went out during a Netflix binge? Or for surviving a family group chat without muting it? Those are the real victories, people. But no, the app wants me to feel like a failure because I didn't optimize my morning routine. Optimize? I'm just trying to get out of bed without tripping over my own existential crisis. And you know what's next level absurd? How we've turned our hobbies into side hustles. Like, remember when hobbies were just fun? You'd knit a scarf, paint a picture, maybe play guitar badly in your garage? Now it's like, oh, you knit? You should sell those scarves on Etsy. You paint? Start an Instagram art account. You play guitar? Live stream it on Twitch for tips. Suddenly, every hobby has to be monetized, branded, and optimized for algorithm juice. I tried to start a podcast. Well, you're listening to it, so I guess I succeeded. But at first, I was like, I just want to tell jokes and rant about life. Nope, you got to get sponsors, SEO, a Patreon, a merch store. I'm out here designing t-shirts that say, I survived the metrics of madness, instead of just enjoying the fact that I made you laugh. It's like, when did we decide that everything we love has to make us money? Can't I just knit a scarf and give it to my mom without turning it into a small business? Oh, another fake listener email. Let's see. Samira, my productivity app keeps reminding me to drink water every hour. Now I'm peeing every 20 minutes. Help! Oh, buddy, I feel you. Those hydration reminders are relentless. It's like, drink water, Samira. Stay hydrated. And I'm like, I'm trying, but my bladder's staging a protest. You ever notice how these apps act like you're going to turn into a raisin if you don't chug a gallon of water by noon? I'm all for staying hydrated, but I don't need a push notification to remind me I'm 70% water. I'm not out here forgetting I'm a human. Although, to be fair, I did forget to eat lunch once because I was too busy chasing task completion badges. So maybe the app's onto something. All right, let's keep this train rolling and talk about another daily absurdity: the internet rabbit hole. You ever start looking up something simple like, how long do you boil an egg? And 3 hours later, you're watching a YouTube video about a guy who built a submarine in his backyard? That's the internet, baby. It's a black hole of distraction disguised as knowledge. I was trying to buy a new vacuum cleaner last week, and I ended up on a Reddit thread about the best vacuum cleaners for pet hair in 2025. Next thing I know, I'm reading about how to train my dog to stop shedding, which leads to a WikiHow article on dog psychology, which leads to a conspiracy theory about how dogs are secretly controlling the government. And I'm sitting there, 3 hours later, with no vacuum cleaner and a newfound belief that my dog Rufus is running for mayor. But the internet's not just a time suck. It's another way we gamify our lives. You got likes, follows, retweets, all these little dopamine hits that make you feel like you're winning at what exactly? Existing online? I posted a picture of my coffee the other day, basic, I know, and I'm checking my phone every 5 minutes to see how many likes it got. Like, why do I care if 37 strangers approve of my latte art? But I do. I'm out here refreshing my feed like it's a slot machine, hoping for that sweet, sweet validation. And don't even get me started on those suggested posts algorithms. Instagram's like, hey Samira, you liked a dog video, so here's a 10-minute ad for artisanal dog shampoo. Yeah, thanks algorithm, I really needed to spend $40 on soap for Rufus. You know what's even crazier? How we've turned our relationships into metrics too. Like, dating apps? Oh my God. They're the ultimate gamification of love. You're swiping left, swiping right, collecting matches like Pokemon cards. I went on a date last month, and the guy was like, so, what's your vibe? Are you more of a spontaneous adventure girl or a cozy night in girl? Girl. I'm like, dude, I'm trying not to spill coffee on my Existed. And you know what happened? Nothing. The world didn't end. My dog didn't stage a coup. I didn't miss out on some life-changing shrimp reward. I just ate a sandwich, took a walk, and laughed at a squirrel who fell off a branch. It was glorious. I felt like a kid again, before we had to optimize every damn second of our lives. But here's the twist, and you're gonna love this. I go to check my email at the end of the day, thinking I'm free from the metrics of madness, right? And there's a matches, it's like we're all trying to prove we're doing life right. But who's keeping score? Who's the referee of this game? I'll tell you who, nobody. We're just yelling into the void, hoping someone's out there nodding along. And the irony? All this tracking, all these metrics, they're supposed to make us feel in control, but they just make us anxious. I'm out here stressing because I didn't hit my mindfulness minutes on my meditation app. Mindfulness minutes. The app's literally yelling at me to be more zen. If that's not peak absurdity, I don't know what is. So here's my big revelation, folks, and lean in close because this is going to blow your mind. What if we just stopped? What if we took off the smartwatch, deleted the productivity app, and just lived? I tried it for a day last week. I turned off all my notifications, hid my phone in a drawer, and just existed. And you know what happened? Nothing. The world didn't end. My dog didn't stage a coup. I didn't miss out on some life-changing shrimp reward. I just ate a sandwich, took a walk, and laughed at a squirrel who fell off a branch. It was glorious. I felt like a kid again, before we had to optimize every damn second of our lives. But here's the twist, and you're gonna love this. I go to check my email at the end of the day, thinking I'm free from the metrics of madness, right? And there's a notification from my smart thermostat. My thermostat, people. It's like, Samira, your home temperature was suboptimal today. You could save 3% on your energy bill by lowering it to 68 degrees. Are you kidding me? Now my house is giving me performance reviews. I'm half expecting my toaster to chime in with, "You burned the bagel, Samira. Your toasting score is a 4 out of 10. And that's when I realized, we're not just living in the metrics of madness. We're trapped in a sitcom written by a rogue AI, and the punchline is we're all starring in it whether we like it or not. So, laugh it off, folks, because if we don't, our smartwatches are going to start charging us for insufficient giggling. Thanks for hanging with me. See you next time for more absurdities. Peace out.
Thanks for listening and subscribe for my channel.